Let's meet the shuffler. If your feet barely leave the ground, your body is probably saving energy. Watch this. You can relate to this, and I have to be honest, when it's summer and I'm in my flip-flops, I really walk like this. Yeah. And yes, of course, you can say, yeah, you walk like this because it's a shoe work, but still there are people who walk like this their entire life. And I would like to show you and explain you why this pattern happens. So if you are the shuffler, you might know that when you walk, you barely lift your feet, you don't have a push over your big toe, and your steps are short, and your knees kind of feel loaded, and it looks very lazy, right? But it's not, it's just this pattern, yeah? And as we talk about pattern, remember, this is just a compensation strategy of your body, okay? Talking about natural walking, efficient walking requires an ankle dorsiflexion, a hip extension, a leg extension to the back, and a posterior chain that push us forward, mostly the glutes, right? The body moves forward without elastic rebound. The stride becomes passive. Yeah, you're dragging. It's not an active with energy loaded movement forward. Instead of pushing the ground away, you are simply transferring weight. Yes. So, walking reorganizes from the foot, from the landing to the push of the big toe. We have a subtle spiral movement that starts in the foot and it transfers diagonally through the whole body. Natural walking reorganizes around the foot. From landing to push off over the big toe, a subtle spiral should begin. If the foot does not fully load, and if the big toe does not engage, force, well, if there is any force cannot travel upward efficiently. And then the stride shortens. When the foundation quiets, the whole body quiets. What does this walking pattern do to your fascia system? All right. Over time, this can contribute to higher falling risk. Yeah, you probably take all the obstacles on the way. Then you have a knee overload and, of course, reduce circulation because there is not a lot of movement. And as you know, we need calf activation to have all the circulation going on, right? And we have a decreased stride length. Elasticity fades. We're not nourishing the elasticity because our stride is short. Okay, then walking becomes mechanical instead of responsive. So what can you do to change this walking pattern? First of all, please don't wear the entire year flip-flops. I think you know that depending on the shoes that you put on, you walk differently, okay? Besides that, the solution is not about trying harder. It's about restoration. Restore the push off, activation of your feet, use your toe. Then the posterior chain engagement. Train your glutes. This is the muscle that brings us forward through space. And then, of course, a controlled lift, right? This movement is missing in the shuffler walking style. So also here, a training for the quadriceps would really help. Walking should be light, should not be heavy, not cautious, not flat. So when the foot regains the ability to receive and to transmit force, the entire system will reorganize itself. If you want to rebuild that foundation progressively, I have structured the first steps inside my 7-day fascia fix training. Have a look at it. You found it down here.